So this is proving to be a tough problem to solve, and the impact on people's lives is very clear. Sara Hsu joins me now from New York. She's an assistant professor of economics at the State University of New York. So let's start there. How do these higher prices impact people?
Right. So people have to pay a higher price for their housing, not only for purchasing homes, but also, as was mentioned in the clip, for renting their homes. At the same time, those who are selling their homes have a higher price that they're receiving from their most important asset.
And we've seen so many people pulled out of poverty in China. There's these great stories. You see a rising middle class. It's not just a problem in Beijing, it's in Shanghai as well. Among the highest rent prices actually in the world. So is this just a part of the cost of China's economic prosperity in a sense?
To us, in a sense, it is. One reason for it is that financial markets are underdeveloped. And as a result, you have very few other outlets for investment. And so people turn to housing for investment. They also try to purchase a home because it's culturally expected of them. And so there's a huge demand for housing, particularly in first-tier cities.
At some point, it does impact the quality of life for people. So the question, I guess, comes to mind, is it hitting younger people who are just starting out their careers? Is it older people? Is it like a spider web in a sense? A lot of people getting trapped. Who's falling into this trap in a sense?
Well, the people who are of middle class and the lower classes, certainly some people may be blocked from being able to purchase a home because of the rising prices. But because purchasing a home is culturally expected of young people, a lot of times their parents will pony up the money for a young person's first home. And if they are unable to do so, their family members or friends may be willing to lend them the money in order to help them purchase a home.
Do you think new regulations and policies will work, or will people just come up with workarounds in a sense?
Well, they have been implementing these types of regulations for many years, and yet we still see the home prices rising and rising, and there's talk about an asset price bubble. What happens usually is that the regulations work for some time, and then after a while, people start to find workarounds. They accept the prices. They seem to incorporate those into their expectations. And eventually, the prices just start rising again.
So what's the answer?
Well, the answer is to, first of all, have other financial markets that people can choose to invest in. It's to, as the government is attempting to do, release more land so that people have more options for purchasing properties, and also to restrict loans that are going to purchases of homes, and also to the construction sector.
All right. Well, you outlined quite a few there for us. Thanks so much, Sara, joining us from New York Live.